breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang, 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 gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Carr right away going to look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
are going to go on 4th down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The Chargers at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. After the run, now Herbert to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams, 30 yards. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And some room to roam now. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 9. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's Eckler again, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 70. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, he'll look downfield for Waller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Landry now on the return. A minute 50 to go here in the first half. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw his Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Carr now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 6-18. Carr to throw again. And he'll look downfield for Waller. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play, so they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big... Inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Oh, a heck of a move, man. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be a return from deep in the end zone.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Running on first down, Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Once more, here's Eckler. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 121 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is a counter play. Eckler. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps, a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Carr now on 1st down. He hits Adams complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers get a bit closer. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
Disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Carr. Slant to Adams. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all. And when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed. That's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing, timing, timing.
And they will take a knee here. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he stopped immediately there. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And the Raiders have got him. Dean Lowry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Wk11. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one